Welcome to MRL. In this learning session, we'll be learning about a very important graphical representation of data known as Ogive. Now, Ogive is a cumulative frequency curve. It is a graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution table. Now, we have to prepare a cumulative frequency distribution table from a given GFDT, that is grouped frequency distribution table. Now, the upper or the lower limits of the class intervals are taken along the x-axis to draw Ogive. Now, the cumulative frequencies are taken along the y-axis. The points are located for a given class given class limit, that is lower or upper, and the corresponding frequency in the to locate that point in the graph paper. A smooth curve is drawn joining the points located, and the graph obtained is an ogive. Now, there are two different types of ogives, that is less than ogive and more than ogive. Now, let us understand each of these ogives one by one. First, let us learn less than ogive. Now, to draw less than ogive curve, we first prepare the required CFDT. We can prepare two types of CFDTs from a given GFDT, that is group frequency distribution table. Therefore, we have a less than CFDT and a more than CFDT. To draw a less than ogive, we have to prepare a less than CFDT. And here we take the upper limits of the class intervals along x-axis and the cumulative frequencies along the y-axis. The points are located for an upper limit and its corresponding frequency to locate the different points. Now, the located points are joined by a smooth curve, and the curve obtained is less than ogive. So, please remember, in less than ogive we make use of the upper limits of the class intervals. Now, let us understand the preparation of CFDT from a given GFDT first, and then also proceed to understand how to draw ogive. Okay, let us proceed. Now, we are given a GFDT here. So, this is a GFDT. The marks are, the class intervals are given and the frequencies are given. Therefore, this is a grouped frequency distribution table. Now, we have to prepare CFDT, and that too we have to prepare a less than CFDT because we are going to draw a less than ogive. Now, in less than CFDT, we have to take less than 10, the frequency is 5, less than 20, the frequency is 8. As simple as that. If you look here, less than 10 it is 5, less than 20 will be 5 plus 3, that is 8, less than 30 will be 5 plus 3 plus 4, that is 12. So, like that we proceed. So, therefore, we find less than 30 is 12, less than 40 is 15, less than 50 is 18, 60 is 22, less than 70 is 29, 80 is 38, less than 90 is 45, and less than 100 is 53. So, these are the cumulative frequencies which we have obtained. Now, we have prepared a CFDT here. Now, please remember, 10, 20, 30 up to 100, they are the upper limits of the class interval. See, these are the upper limits here. So, we have taken the upper limits of the class intervals. Now, to draw the ogive, already we have prepared the CFDT. Now, to draw the ogive, less than ogive, take the upper limits along the x-axis and the cumulative frequency along the y-axis with a suitable scale. I have taken the scale here. For x-axis, it is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units, and for y-axis, 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. Now, for each upper limit, that is upper limit, take the frequency 5 corresponding and locate this point. For 10 it is 5, for 20 it is 8, and for 30 it is 12, and so on. Locate all these points up to 100, that is 53. For 100 it is 53. Now, join these points which are located with a smooth curve, and the curve what we get is known as the cumulative frequency curve, or the less than, this is less than ogive, and that is how we prepare or how we draw less than ogive from a less than CFDT. So, please remember this. Now, the curve obtained here is less than ogive. It is a rising curve. Please remember, less than ogive is a rising curve, and it can be used to find the median of a given GFDT. Now similarly, let us understand as to what is more than Ogive and how to draw the how to prepare rather more than CFDT from a given GFDT. So please remember here we will be given a GFDT, and to prepare to draw a more than Ogive we have to prepare a more than CFDT first, and then we take the lower limits of the class intervals along the x-axis. The cumulative frequencies are taken along the y-axis. The points are located for a lower limit and its corresponding cumulative frequency, and all the points well located, we join those points to get a smooth curve, and the curve obtained is more than Ogive. And if you see the more than Ogive, it is a falling curve. It is a falling curve, and the lower limits are taken along the x-axis and the cumulative frequency along the y-axis. Let us learn how to draw the more than Ogive. Now we are given here the GFDT, and the GFDT are the class intervals and the frequency. So now if you observe here, the lower limits are 0 to 90. So first of all we have to prepare a CFDT. Now more than or equal to 0, more than or equal to 0 values are all add up and we get 53. Then more than or equal to 10, more than or equal to 10, leaving 5, rest all. So therefore we subtract 5, we get 48. More than 20 and more than 20 we have to subtract 8 and we get, that is 45. So for 53 minus 5 is 48, 48 minus 3 is 48 minus 3 is 45. So like that we keep on finding out the cumulative frequencies for more than 90, and if you observe here, more than 90 will be what? 8, and that is correct, and it is 8. So that is how we get the cumulative frequencies for more than or equal to 0, more than or equal to 10. So this is a more than CFDT. Now if you look at the values here, 0 to 90, they are the lower limits of the GFDT. More than Ogive, when you locate the points and join them, we get a smooth falling curve. So this is a smooth falling curve, and this is more than Ogive. More than Ogive is a falling curve, and it can be used to find the median of the GFDT. Remember that. Now the question is, what are the uses of Ogive? Ogive can be used to find the median of the given GFDT. Median can be found out by using less than Ogive, more than Ogive, or even by using both the Ogives. Please remember that we can use both the Ogives and find the median. Now what is the method of finding median using less than Ogive? So let us understand the procedure. Now first of all, draw the Ogive of the given GFDT, and you know that you have to prepare the CFDT from GFDT and draw the Ogive. Then locate n by 2 on the y-axis. We know what is n, it is summation of f, and find out the value of n by 2 and locate that point on y-axis. Now draw a line from n by 2 point on y-axis parallel to x-axis to cut the Ogive at a point. Now drop a perpendicular to x-axis from the intersecting point on the Ogive, and the foot of the perpendicular on the x-axis gives the median value. Let us understand this with the help of a diagram. Now if you look here, we have drawn the rising curve, that is less than Ogive. Now locate n by 2 on y-axis, draw a perpendicular which cuts the what you call less than Ogive at a point B, drop a perpendicular from B to the OX, and we get a point here, that is point C, and that is the point which indicates the median of the GFDT. So point C here, we get the median of the GFDT, or the median of the given statistical data. Now to find the median using what you call falling curve, that is the more than Ogive. First of all, draw the more than Ogive, locate n by 2, draw a perpendicular from n by 2 to the curve, and from there drop a perpendicular to the x-axis, and the point where the foot of the perpendicular gives the median value of the given data. Remember that. Now, to find the median using both the Ogives, that means in the same graph paper, first draw less than Ogive, which is a rising curve, and also draw the more than Ogive, which is a falling curve, and both these curves intersect at a point A, and from that point drop a perpendicular, the foot of the perpendicular, that is point B, on the x-axis, or the x-axis OX will give us the median value of the GFDT. So this is how we can find out the median of a given GFDT from less than ogive, more than ogive, or by drawing more or both the ogives on the same graph paper. So that is the importance of ogive. So ogive is basically a graphical representation of the cumulative frequency data, and from that we can get the median of the given GFDT. So remember this. So this was again a very important graphical representation of statistical data. The remaining representations we have already learned, and this is about ogive. Okay, understand this and remember. Thank you.